There's a 90% chance right now you're one accidental keystroke away from deleting your company's production data and spending the rest of your afternoon updating your resume. Look, landing your first DBA role is exciting, but let's be honest, it's also terrifying. You have the keys to the kingdom and no one taught you how to survive the day-to-day pressure. In this video, we're skipping the theoretical textbook garbage. I'm giving you 5 brutal practical tips that protects your job, your servers, and make you look like a seasoned pro in front of your senior DBAs. Let's make sure you don't melt down your production. Tip number 1, a backup does not exist until you test your backups. As a junior DBA, you might look at your backup logs and say, hey, everything is good, everything is all green, but guess what? Corruption may occur. So what you do in this case is set up a routine. You can start by doing it, say, monthly. Randomly test restore of your production databases. So grab a random backup, restore it to your test environment, and validate your data is all good. You do not have a backup until you have tested your restore, because you may have backups running years upon years upon years, and the moment you have a failure and you go to do a restore, you might just be surprised. Now, tip 2 is a mechanical tip that may save your job. Never ever run an update or delete statement in production without a safety net. So you have to get into the habit of wrapping your transaction in transaction block until you become a pro, right? And even when you become a pro, you have to ensure that you measure twice and cut once, because once you delete that data, it can have significant impact on your production databases. And downtime can mean loss of revenue, and loss of revenue means no job, right? Things like that. So you have to be careful when you are running those kind of destructive commands. So if you are not familiar with what a transaction block look like, it looks like this right here. This can save you in the event that you run a delete without a where clause, things like that. So if you made a mistake and you run the delete without the where clause, right, you can breathe a sigh of relief, because now you realize that you can roll back your transaction without losing any form of data. So that's the benefit of doing a transaction block. So you start your transaction, right, but you don't commit. You leave it for the option to roll back if necessary. Once you're satisfied, then you just execute the commit portion. Tip number 3. Break things on purpose, but only in your sandbox or a developed environment that no one is using. The biggest hurdle for junior DBAs is fear. You're afraid to touch things because you fear you break them. The solution? Build a local isolated environment for yourself. Go in there and intentionally corrupt a database and see what happens. Force a deadlock. Kill a random system process. Figure out what the error message looks like before it happens in a 2 a.m. Sunday night. The more comfortable you are with fixing a broken test database, the calmer you will be when production actually acts up. You can't be handling production and panicking. You have to be cool, calm, and collective while the house is burning down. Tip number 4, build your own personal runbook. So when you're new, you solve the weird error, configure a replica, and you think, whoa, I finally understand this. I'll definitely remember it. No, you won't. Take it from me. 2 months later, you'll run into the same issue, and then you will have to spend that time Google all over again to find a solution. Every time you solve a problem, write it down. Write down a 3-step guide for your future self. Include the error message, the script that fixed it, and why it worked. By month 6, you won't have just a run book, you have an invaluable piece of company's asset. Now, if you want to skip the guessing work and fast track your progression as a high-skilled, high-income DBA and not just being a stressed-out junior, this is why I developed my SQL Server DBA Accelerator program. This is an hands-on high proximity coaching experience designed specifically for juniors who want to master real-world production management. I work with you directly in one-on-one sessions and turn you into the go-to expert that the company can rely on. To learn more about this program, click the link in the description of this video. So with that said, let's jump right into the 5th tip. Tip number 5, master the art of asking questions. Senior DBAs are oftentimes busy guarding their systems fearfully. If you run to them saying, hey, the server is slow, what do I do? You're gonna get the sign without a doubt, right? So instead, if you get stuck, use the 3-part question rule when you get stuck. State exactly what the problem is or whatever error you have received. Step 2. Show what you have already tried or checked. You check the CPU, you check I/O, you check for blocking sessions, right? Things like that. Now, number 3, present solutions you have found in your research. Even if your solution is wrong, it shows that you're not treating them like a human Google search engine. It shows that you're a problem solver and they will gladly mentor you. Being a junior DBA is all about being reliable and managing risk. Take it one day at a time, you'll do great. Take it one day at a time, take it one day at a time, protect your production environment and you will do great. Take it one day at a time. Protect your production environment and you'll be doing great. And you're going to do great. So I have a question for you. What is the scariest database moment you have ever experienced? Drop that in the comment section below of this video.